Welcome to the Investors Trading Academy Economic Calendar of the Week. Each week our news analysts review the upcoming economic events that you should be monitoring during the upcoming week. After last week's big events including the ECB meeting and the US non-farm payroll report, it will be quiet in the US, where the release of the minutes from June's FOMC meeting marks the real event of note to watch out for. Given the evident improvements within the US economy in recent months, there is a growing emphasis upon whether we will see the likes of asset purchases or ultra-low interest rates brought to a halt earlier than expected. Given the less impressive job report release in June compared to the one released this month, it is unlikely that the Fed will get too carried away. Ultimately, the issue on everyone's mind is going to be the interest rate decision, with the asset purchase pathway seemingly set to come to an end later this year. A similarly thin week is ahead for the UK, where Tuesday's release of the manufacturing production figure and the BOE monetary policy announcement represent two of very few events. On Tuesday, the manufacturing production figure is hoping to follow the lead of the recent manufacturing PMI figure, which saw a surge in demand leading the indicator to a 7-month high. On Thursday, the latest monetary policy decision from the BOE is expected to bring few surprises despite our previous experience of this being one of the biggest events of the month for the UK economy. It will be a very light week in the Eurozone, also where the ECB monthly bulletin is the major event of note. Due out on Thursday, this release typically addresses issues such as the threat of deflation and how the monetary policy stance of the ECB is likely to impact their targets going forward. Given the plethora of policies implemented by the ECB last month, it is likely that we will see more upbeat bulletin with expectations of a gradual increase in CPI over the remainder of the year. In Asia, traders should be paying particularly close attention to the Chinese trade balance figure to note how export and import growth is advancing as the economy moves out of the recent slowdown. And finally, the outlook for Australian employment comes back into focus on Thursday when the jobs report is released.